and I was just on the side of my bed like I would normally. And then it felt like I had just woken up, but I also didn't remember quite being asleep. So I went to my kitchen, looked around my living room. It felt like I was in somebody else's house, but it looked like my place. Like there was just a weird feeling about the place. Went to the fridge, got some water, I drank it, and then I walked back to my bedroom. And right before I got in the doorway, I was like, I wonder if I see myself, because I felt like I was up. I was very lucid. I didn't think I'm dreaming or in another world, but I know I had the weird feeling when I walked to my kitchen. When I came back, I was like, oh shit, I saw myself sleeping on my bed, and I couldn't believe that. And like I freaked out in excitement, and then I woke up. And then
Yeah.
I was like, damn. And then I was like, shit, man, I wish.
How do you want to share it? I mean, it's pretty damn cool that you did it so quickly.
Yeah,
Well, I
yeah.
don't know how quickly it was, but
It was pretty quick, man.
yeah.
There's a lot of interviews you've done recently, but I forget which one. But then I went to your website and I was like, all right, I got to reach out to this dude.
Yeah.
I got to like learn this. And so the first day that I saw, you know, everything about the AIDA method, I tried it, but I wasn't tired.
Yeah.
And like
Do you know what that
nothing.
stands for, though? The AYDA method?
No.
Awaken your dormant abilities.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I saw a video titled that,
Yeah.
but I didn't know that that was the acronym.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. But let's start this off properly.
Yeah.
How do I pronounce your name?
So my name is Kai, but everybody calls me Nomad.
All right. Um, so, hello, everyone. My name's Darius. I have Kai with me, and we're just going to be talking about his success story and some of his background as well with the out of body experience. But yeah, just go right into everything that you were just telling me. Sort of like
Okay.
the background of things. I think it's
Okay.
going to be important.
Okay. So I've had sleep paralysis probably for about 25 years. It would come off and on. Sometimes I'd have it two, three times in the night. Sometimes I'd have it when I woke up, a lot of times in the middle of the night. For the last 6 months, it's been coming on pretty strong. And there were a lot of things that would happen. Like at first, it was just me feeling like I couldn't move. And then it escalated into me seeing like puffs of black smoke, or like figures that were like smoke based, that it looks like they were attacking me. One night, it was actually interesting. I woke up and it felt like something had crawled across my chest and went by my front door. And so I started chasing it around the house, and like I didn't know if that was a dream or what was happening, but like I would wake up and truly be frightened by it. Till I saw a YouTube video that talked about how sleep paralysis is the front door towards astral projection. And then in my research, looking for more details from a spiritual context around it, I saw your videos, right, where you were doing interviews, and you mentioned sleep paralysis, out of body. There was one time I think I had an out of body experience, or I don't know if it's astral projection. Sometimes the boundaries between them are not so clear, but I knew I was dreaming. And I think that was more like a lucid dream. Um, and I didn't do much, but it was weird because in the last 6 months, most of my dreams have taken place in my house, like from the context of the view of being in my bed or in my living room. And that was very weird. I always thought that that was weird. So once I got, to Darius's site and I saw the AIDA method, I started going through the workshop, and I tried it out that same day, but I wasn't tired. It was probably 7 p.m. at night. Tried it out around 9. I started to get tired a bit, but it wasn't like nothing was happening. So I had been on a business trip the last 3 days, and I got home yesterday. And so the time difference was messing me up. So I was tired. But I laid down and I couldn't sleep for 3 hours. And so I was just like, all right, I'm gonna just take a hot shower, try to tucker myself out. So I took a really hot shower for like 20 minutes. And after I got out, I just felt super zen and relaxed. Got in the bed. And as I was watching something on YouTube just on my pillow. And then I was like, you know what? I should try again. And so I put my phone away and I let whatever was playing like play, but it wasn't very loud. I just slept up. I was under the covers, was on my back, kind of spread my hands out. So I could, because I know not moving is part of is part of it. So I tried not to move. But then I closed my eyes and I kept telling myself that I'm awake. Like I kept trying to be as conscious as I could, but I closed my eyes. And then at one point, like it's like I felt like tingles around my body pretty much. And I was like telling myself, like, is it happening? But then I just let the tingles kind of keep going on. And this is probably for about like 2 minutes. And then I started to lift up, like actually do a sit up myself. Like I pushed myself up. And then I felt vibrations. It wasn't tingles, it was vibrations. And then I kept moving up until I heard like a snap sound or like a pop. And then I got up and I was just on the side of my bed like I would normally. And then it felt like I had just woken up, but I also didn't remember quite being asleep. So I went to my kitchen, looked around my living room. It felt like I was in somebody else's house, but it looked like my place. Like there was just a weird feeling about the place. Went to the fridge, got some water, I drank it, and then I walked back to my bedroom. And right before I got in the doorway, I was like, I wonder if I see myself, because I felt like I was up. I was very lucid. I didn't think I'm dreaming or in another world, but I know I had the weird feeling when I walked to my kitchen. When I came back, I was like, oh shit, I saw myself sleeping on my bed and I couldn't believe that. And like I freaked out in excitement and then I woke up. And I was like, damn. And then I was like, shit, man, I wish I did something with it. But my intention was just to disconnect. Like I know intention was real big when you mentioned that. Yep. So my intention was just to split because I wanted to take it slow. Like I didn't want to overexert myself. I wanted to just be able to do it and then build the confidence that I could do it and then go in with different intentions the next few times.
Yep. So I find it interesting as well is because when you came out of your body, you're sitting there saying the same thing. It feels no different from the physical body.
No, it didn't. It didn't. When I was in that lucid dream a few months ago, I was like, dude, I'm dreaming because my feet didn't even touch the floor. I was walking and it was kind of like I was floating a little bit. It was more surreal. This time it was real. I could tell something was off. Like, you know, when you could tell the energy's off in a room or something. So I could tell something was off, but I didn't feel like anything. But then I remembered that I had done the practice. So I was like, I bet you if I go back in my room, I might see myself. Yeah. And I did. And I was like, I couldn't believe it. Like I was just under the cover and I saw my face and I was like, holy shit.
So you didn't go into fear. It was just excitement when you saw your body. Cause a lot of people go into fear, like thinking they're dead, but they're not.
Yeah, no, you know? It was absolute excitement because I think once that video said that it's like the door to astral projection, and I had known that I had been having sleep paralysis enough that it never hurt me. I think people get scared. Like I know people get, guess what they call night terrors, and they've seen things. I haven't seen anything other than like puffs of smoke or something close to me. And it just felt like I was being sunk into the bed or whatever. Yep. So it would be scary in the moment, but I would wake up and I would kind of be shocked. But then that was it. But this time there was no fear at all. Like I went into it going, I literally set an intention. I was like, sleep paralysis can't scare me. I'm going to go to the other side. And I laid down and I did it and it happens time.
Pop right on. Yeah. The thing is that next time when you do it, when you come out of your body, right? I wouldn't necessarily hang around the body because there is a magnetic pull that pulls you back in, right? Especially if you have excitement, like you just did. That excitement when you're close to the body, it wakes it up and you get pulled right back in. So I mean, maybe next time when you come out, you could peek, but then just get the hell out of the room and start accessing things. You know,
that's what I'm gonna do. I was like, man, I should run around the apartment building. I should have done that, but I guess I didn't know, and I think I looked to confirm, And when I got closer, I was like, shit, that's me sleeping. And I was like, I did it. I did it. And then that's, like you said, the excitement. And I was probably 5 to 6 feet away. So at that point, like you said, I got sucked back in.
Yeah. Because you've done it recently, just today, I would recommend taking today off, doing it the next day.
Okay.
Because that excitement of doing this, if I tend to find if I do it a lot through a week, like multiple days, it's almost like imagine doing like super high intensity training or something like that. Like
Right.
it catches up to you and it fries out your central nervous system. So
Gotcha.
yeah,
Yeah, I
which
was
is
gonna do it tonight. I was, but
yeah.
yeah. All right, I'll do it tomorrow.
I mean, you could try tonight, but at some point, based off how you just
Yeah,
achieved it so quickly, I would
gotcha.
just I'm just disclaimer, right? Yeah,
I think I was trying to get to myself to a point where I know I can do it. Like where I'm sure where you're at now, where you can attempt where you if you want to do it, you can do it. And
yep,
then that's really it. Cause I don't want to, I remember hearing that on the workshops, like really frying yourself out. And I think I just want to get to the point where I know I can do it, not on command, but I know that if I go lay down to do it, it'll happen. And I think I just kind of missed an opportunity to explore a little bit yesterday.
yeah.
So I kind of want to at least get one round in and then say, okay, all right. And then set more intentions and maybe like wait a couple days or something like that.
Okay, so then if you do try it today, like try it tonight, just be aware of how you feel coming
Right.
back in, and if
Right.
you start to feel like this frying out, get some salt water into you. I found that to
Yeah.
be very
Right.
beneficial for me when doing this in particular. You know,
Gotcha. Yeah, I
that's
woke
what.
up today feeling energized, man.
Yeah,
It was a
it's
crazy day at work today, and a couple of people that I talked to about it, they're like, "You've been in a good mood today. Like today's been a crazy day." I'm like, "Bro, you have no idea what I did last night." Like, I
yeah,
was in, and I was like, "I feel good right now, man. There's nothing that can bring me down." And I said to somebody, like, going through that showed me how much nothing else matters. Like every I don't mean nothing else matters, but it showed me that all the things that we put a lot of extra weight on actually are facades of things we are taught to care about that in the end aren't really the important things. Like
no,
being able to connect with a deceased loved one or learn from someone from far away, like that's the richer life experience, right? And the
yeah,
fact I get to have it being on this plane is amazing.
yeah, yeah. Well, that's what I was told they consider the great work. So
Right,
it's waking up to
right.
that. That's literally the reason why I started teaching this so much, is
There
because
you
it's
go.
like, you know, someone like you that comes out of the body now. I mean, the only thing I could give you is a little bit more guidance, reassurance, and then, just start commanding and accessing these spaces. And then you're
Right,
accessing the information, you're accessing the other side. I mean, and there's nothing that anybody could say of like, oh, are you sure? It's like, no, I'm physically there. My soul
right,
is there
right,
accessing the information and I'm getting it for myself. And you become an uncontrollable soul because now you're fully empowered, just like
right,
every other soul should be, you know?
right,
So,
right. Absolutely. I believe it,
yeah,
man. I believe it.
right.
Nah, I mean, it was the spirit that got me towards all your teachings, man. So
Yeah.
big shout out to you for wanting to carry that on, right? Like the people who have the information in this world, they usually hoard it.
Yeah.
And so the fact that you're putting it out there and you're talking to people about it is a huge thing, man.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Yeah.
So thanks for taking the time, man. Like I know I got a lot of questions, but I want to explore now and just again take a walk outside and just see what things are like.
Yeah.
Good stuff, man. No, thanks again, dude.
Yeah. I appreciate it. But,
Sure.